Battle for supremacy in one of the most competitive conferences in collegiate gymnastics. UCLA is looking to keep on keeping on. Stanford looking for back-to-back titles. ASU hoping to return to power. Oregon State, Washington, and Arizona are all nationally ranked and ready. And Cal gets the home floor. We're jumping, we're swinging, we're twirling, we're flipping in the Pac-10 Women's Gymnastics Championships. Next. And we come to you on a beautiful spring day here in Berkeley, California. Haas Pavilion, a place that is normally raucous for basketball. And you have an idea it's going to be every bit as raucous for this event today as it plays host to the Pac-10 Conference Women's Gymnastics Championships. And hello again, everybody. I'm Barry Tompkins, along with 1996 Olympic gold medalist Amanda Borden. And Amanda, Pac-10 Conference, once again, one of the most dominant conferences in America.
That's right. When you think about Pac-10 gymnastics, you think of powerhouses like UCLA and Stanford. They're not only vying for conference titles, they're looking at winning national championships. 5 of the Pac-10 teams are ranked in the top 25 nationally.
Well, it seems that every event that UCLA goes into, they're the favorites to win it. No exception here. They're the favorites to win today, but it didn't happen last year when UCLA was the favorite. Stanford went on and won it. Stanford's not nationally ranked this year, but they still have high hopes today, but UCLA still got to be the odds on.
That's right. They're the 2004 national champions. And as always, they have a stacked lineup, including senior Kristen Maloney. She was a 2000 Olympian as well as a consistent competitor. She'll be anchoring 3 out of the 4 events for UCLA. Joining her is junior Kate Richardson, also a former Olympian, another consistent competitor for UCLA.
So UCLA, once again, very strong. But we mentioned Stanford. They've been a little bit nicked up. They've got some excuses this year. And coming into this event, they really have high hopes.
Well, they have a standout performer in Natalie Foley. She's only a junior. And she not only helped lead the team to the title last year, she also won the all-around. She's also joined this year by freshman Tabitha Yim, one of the bright new faces in collegiate gymnastics.
So Stanford still very strong too, and as we said, there are 4 other Pac-10 teams here today who will be looking to upset UCLA's apple cart. It's the Pac-10 Women's Gymnastics Championship. We'll be back to get started. Our first rotation coming up from here in Berkeley after this. Pontiac, official performance machine of the NCAA and the Pac-10 Conference, is a proud sponsor of today's Pacific 10 Conference Gymnastics Championship. See the first G6 at your Pontiac dealer today. We welcome you back. Arizona State will start on the uneven bars, and we're going to be watching Cassandra Giussino. Carrie Muth and Lisa Lanza have already gone, and now we're going to jump over to the vault.
This is Jordan Schweikert performing Yurchenko full. Very nice. It's a vault we're going to see all day long. It's a 10-0 start value. Very nice. Small step on the landing. Let's take another look. Great repulsion off the horse. You can see right there, just a little step.
So that will cost her a little bit. And now Cassandra Giussino on the bars from ASU.
Back up to the high bar. This is a replay. Getting ready for her dismount. Full twisting double layout. Very nice. You can see just a bounce out of the landing there. A small deduction.
9.65 the score for Cassandra Giussino. Score on the last vault for Schweikert, 9.8. And now Kate Richardson, one of the real elite performers here.
Kate's an excellent vaulter. She scored a high score on the vault of a 9.95 this season. She'll be performing a Yurchenko vault, round off entry, full twist. And again, just another step on the landing, but I'll tell you what, on the vault, what it comes down to is the landings.
She missed it just a little bit. And we go to the uneven bars once again, ASU and April Boone. And here's April.
Preparing for a dismount. Double layout. Very nice.
So ASU trying to make a little bit of noise. They had been one of the dominant teams in the Pac-10 for many years. Near and dear to your heart, I know.
That's right. Graduated from ASU.
And while we wait for the vault of Tasha Schweikert, we're going to go over to the beam.
Natalie is such an aggressive competitor. Beautiful leap series, switch leap, straddle, straddle. Remember, the balance beam is only 4 inches wide. This is a very difficult event to start out on. Got a lot of nerves and adrenaline. Two things that don't help you on this event.
It's an event I just have great respect for anybody who can do it. I've tried standing on it, and it doesn't happen.
I did it for 15 years, and I tell you what, I respect these athletes every day. I don't do it.
Well, the margin of error is just so small.
Preparing for a dismount. Very difficult, round off double tuck. Wow. Perfect landing. Great start for Stanford.
And that was Amy Precourt. We should make that correction and not Natalie Foley.
Take another look here. Yurchenko full by Tasha. Great body position in the air. Fighting for that landing.
There's Kristen Maloney, about whom you spoke earlier, and she's the anchor of this UCLA team.
There's a reason that Kristen is anchoring this team on 3 out of the 4 events. She's very consistent. She's so aggressive. It's just like practice for her.
Well, she is just carrying on a tremendous tradition at UCLA.
She's averaged above a 9.9 in this event. Yurchenko full, beautiful. Fighting for the landing again. You can see she knows how important it is to stick every single landing. Let's take another look. Great height off the vault. Looking for the landing. It's a slight balance check there. Nice job.
Back to the uneven bars, and Ashley Kelly, the NCAA champion, on beam.
Beautiful bars worker as well. Right into it, Tkachev. Very nice, straddle back handstand. On the bars, it's important to hit every single handstand, but also, of course, the dismount, looking for a strong landing. Beautiful double A out. Excellent job.
And she liked it, so did her coach.
Let's take another look at her dismount. She gets great height off the bar. You can see a little bit of a leg separation, but a perfect landing.
So pretty good start for the NCAA beam champion. And with that, we'll take our first commercial break. This is the Women's Gymnastics Championships from Berkeley. We're coming back. We are still in our first rotation, and here's a look at Tabitha Yim, outstanding young gymnast.
She's a very confident beam worker. You'll notice by the pace of her routine. Beautiful front aerial. Moving into her flight series, back handspring, layout, step out, small, balance check. The balance beam is always known as the make or break event for all teams. There's a lot of adrenaline coming out in the first event. You got to control that adrenaline. Again on 4 inches.
So given a choice, you'd rather not start on beam.
Definitely. Beam is a very difficult event to start on, but for good competitors, they can handle it.
This is a good competitor. Whoops.
A little bit crooked on the dismount, but to be honest with you, as the first event, that's a very good routine just to get it out of the way and stay on it. We're going to take another look at the dismount. You can see a little bit off to the right of the beam, a small hop on the landing, and even off the mat there.
We'll get her score in a moment as Stanford is now finished on its first rotation. We go now to the floor exercise, and Carly Dockendorf of the Washington Huskies. Tremendous athlete, Carly Dockendorf, pole vaulter on the track team, and a good one.
Well, this is one of her best events. She's actually scored a perfect 10 on the floor. Very powerful tumbler. Getting ready for her first tumbling pass. Wow, beautiful double Arabian, very difficult. Again, a blind landing. She cannot see the floor before her feet actually hit, and she landed it perfect. Coming right back with her second tumbling pass. Front full, front pike. Now, on the other hand, floor is a great event to start out on. You let that adrenaline and energy flow. You can hear teammates clapping, getting excited.
Here's where the athlete counts. The legs start to get a little heavy here.
That's right. Another front tumbling pass.
Pretty good.
Excellent routine.
Carly Dockendorf of Washington, and even getting an applause from UCLA. That's just the respect amongst peers.
That's right. In gymnastics, it's not really necessarily going against each other. You're out here to do your best. Let's take another look at her last tumbling pass. It's definitely a front tumbler, front layout, front half, right into a pike Shushanova.
Pretty good for Carly Dockendorf. And we will await her score. We'll give you that score when we come back to Haas Pavilion here on the Berkeley campus. These are the Women's Gymnastics Championships, and we're coming back. We welcome you back, Barry Tompkins, Amanda Borden. After the first rotation, UCLA in its customary position, although they come off a very good event for them. The vault, Stanford is right there. Washington and ASU, not much to judge after the first rotation. Three teams, of course, had a bye. We move along the second rotation. Oregon State will be on vault. The Bears of California on bars. ASU will be on beam. Arizona on floor X. Washington, UCLA, and Stanford will have the bye in this rotation. Right now, we're going to begin on the vault. Teresa Vidine of Oregon State.
Performing a handspring front pike half, not a vault we see quite as often because of the new horse, but excellent job, great height off the vault.
Before we go too far, I want to tell you too, Carly Dockendorf, before we went away to commercial on floor X, a 9.875. Nikki Wells now of UCLA. I'm sorry, of California.
Nice shoot over to handstand. Cal only has 4 competitors on bars. It takes 5 scores to make a team score, so they're already counting one big miss there.
And normally you drop off the 6th score.
Nice job, though.
Incidentally, score on the vault of Teresa Vidine was 9.75, or 9.725, I should say. Nikki Wells, a 9.6. Now Monica Basorti of Arizona, longtime 4-year competitor for the Wildcats.
Monica has scored a 9.9 on this event this season. This is Arizona's best event. They're ranked number 2 in the Pac-10. Opening tumbling pass, double pike, excellent landing. Using some old-time rock and roll music. Crowd always loves that. See her teammates in the background pumping her up. She gets ready for her second tumbling pass. Rudy to the layout, step out, very nice. Majority of the athletes will be performing 3 tumbling passes. At the Olympic level, we quite often see 4 tumbling passes now.
It's become so much more athletic, hasn't it?
Yes. Beautiful front layout, front layout.
So a pretty good performance by Monica Basorti. Look at the last pass.
Performing a front layout. Great body position. Very clean landing.
So Arizona, you said, one of their better events, doing well so far. Again, a look at Monica Basorti of Arizona. And we're going to stay with floor exercise as we await the score of Monica Basorti. Katie Johnson will be next on floor X. Get a good look at her. They won't let Katie Johnson go before we get Monica Basorti's score, which is just now being sorted out. We'll give it to you as soon as we have it. Meantime, Katie Johnson, Monica Basorti, 8.75. 9.875, I beg your pardon. Pretty good.
Opening with a double pike. See this smile on her face. Majority of these athletes love the floor exercise because it's so much fun. You can really put some personality into it. She comes back with a whip, 2.5 twists, beautiful. Really got a lot of height. On this event for the season. That's outstanding as she gets ready for her last tumbling pass. Very nice double tuck, excellent landing.
And a lot of height on that last tumbling pass.
And all her landings are clean, very clean.
So Katie Johnson anchors for her team, and we'll await for her score while we see her last pass.
Performing a double tuck. Great position in the air, but here's what counts. The landing, excellent job.
So when we come back, we'll give you the score of Katie Johnson. Good rotation for Arizona on floor exercise. These are the Pac-10 Gymnastics Championships, and we'll be back. Welcome back to Haas Pavilion. These are the Pac-10 Conference Women's Gymnastics Championships. We go now to the balance beam, and Cassandra Giacino of ASU. We will tell you Katie Johnson on floor X, 9.875.
Performing a very difficult mount, pike front, right to a pike jump, slight balance check there. Preparing for her tumbling series. Back handspring, layout, step out. Another balance check. Looks a little tentative. They did have a competitor before her fall, which means ASU is hoping to drop that score. Each routine is required a certain amount of skills, as well as touching your torso to the balance beam, which we just saw. Amongst those are the full turn, flight series, or a tumbling series, a leap series, of course a mount and a dismount, a gainer pike off the end.
Not a complicated dismount. Gonna stay on the beam. And from ASU, Ashley Kelly, NCAA beam champion a year ago.
She's an outstanding balance beam worker. Beautiful to watch. Back handspring, layout, back handspring. You can just tell by the way she finishes everything that she is so confident. That's what it takes to be good at this event. Getting ready for a dismount. Excuse me, her front aerial. She dismounts off the side, cartwheel, gainer, double. Oh, only a single full today.
And we'll take Cassandra Giacino. We saw a moment ago, 9-6.
So flight series, beautiful back handspring, layout, back handspring.
So we will give you Ashley Kelly's score when we come back. ASU on beam in this second rotation. Lots more to come from here in Berkeley. Don't go away. Be back. Let's bring you up to date after 2 rotations now. And of course, these scores, obviously Arizona State has had 2 rotations where none of the others has. But Arizona State, 96.45. UCLA, OSU, Arizona, Stanford, Washington, California. That, of course, will change dramatically as we move along. And we do move along now into our 3rd rotation. Arizona will have a bye. So too will Oregon State. And so too will Arizona State. And we go to one of the premier gymnasts here, Kristen Maloney, on bars.
This is the only event Kristen is not anchoring, although she's still great at it, at least right up to the high bar. Giant full, shoot to handstand. She can perform very difficult dismounts. Let's see what she's doing today. Full twisting, double back, perfect landing.
Pretty good.
Let's take another look at this dismount. She's doing a double back with a full twist. sees the landing, doesn't let a foot move.
And for Kristen Maloney, 9.85. So very good from the third position. And now from Washington, Tasha Labatt on vault.
She's performing Yurchenko full, one of the most common vaults in collegiate gymnastics. You can see slightly off center there. Definitely affected her block, a little bit short on the landing. Let's take another look. When she's going back to the horse, she's a little bit off to the right there. You can see a little under-rotated, had to take a step forward.
So Tasha Labatt of Washington. Couple of little problems. 9.725. Not bad, though, all being considered. UCLA and Valerie Condos, their coach. Little huddle on the sidelines while we watch Jordan Schweiker on bars.
This is Tasha Schweikert's little sister, although they're both freshmen. Very nice Ginger. She has beautiful form on this event. You can see her legs staying nice and tight. All she has left is a dismount, giant full to a double pike. Excellent job.
So very good performance for her. Take another look.
It's a release move, a Ginger. Excellent job. That is very difficult to keep good form on, and as you saw, not a separation in her legs.
To the lower bar. Good performance by the younger of the Schweikert sisters. Her sister Tasha will anchor. Little step back. And 9.775 for Jordan Schweiker. There's a look at Jordan and at her sister. And on floor exercise now for Stanford will be Tabitha Yin. Stephanie Gentry, who went a moment ago for Stanford, incidentally, I think might have tweaked an ankle. They were tending to her, and that could account for the momentary delay. And Tabitha Yin, just a freshman out of Irvine, and Amanda, you were saying earlier, came very close to making the United States Olympic team.
That's right. She was a 2004 Olympic hopeful and actually came very close, like you mentioned. She did an outstanding job and will have a lot to offer this team. She's only a freshman. And see, she's pacing. Tends to keep your nerves calm.
And again, the reason for this is that on floor X a moment ago, I believe it was Stephanie Gentry who injured herself slightly. They were tending to her, and now we're ready to go.
Very nice front double full. Coming right back with their second tumbling pass. Round off 1.5 front layout. Oh, a few steps back there. Stanford's always known for outstanding choreography, thanks to their coach, Kristen Smith. She's actually on the mural in the background right there. She was a gymnast right here at Cal. One more tumbling pass to go. Catches her breath. Front handspring, front 1.5. Oh, a little bit of trouble on the landings.
Not quite what she would have wanted, I don't think.
Yeah, on the second tumbling pass, she looked like she was really fighting for that landing. Feet got out in front of her a little bit, and again on the last tumbling pass as well.
You can see, not real thrilled with what she did. Let's go back now to the bars. Tasha Schweikert, the elder of the Schweikert sisters. Already 3 perfect 10s this year.
Tasha is very aggressive on this event. Elise is right back down. Beautiful shoot to handstand. Very nice reverse hecht. Getting ready for a dismount, full twisting double back.
Ooh, stuck it.
That's what she's known for. That's why she gets 10s on this event.
Take a look at this dismount again.
She does a full twisting double back, but what Tasha's so great at is right here, this landing. Her feet stick to the mat, doesn't give 1/10 away.
And for Tasha, how do you like that? Her 4th of the year.
Wow.
That's impressive. Well, rudder rotation for UCLA. Carly Dockendorf now on the vault. We talked about what a great athlete she is. This should be a very good discipline for her. You can see 48 career individual titles, almost half of them this year.
Performing a Souk Arabian, very difficult, also known as the Phelps. A little bit of a hop on the landing. It's a front entry vault, half on. She has a half off or an Arabian. And small hop on the end.
And a 9.8 for Dockendorf. And we move now to floor exercise. Stanford's Natalie Foley anchoring for her team in floor X.
Double tuck, a little bit short on the landing.
We will tell you for Tabitha Yim a 9.625, not what she or her team would have wanted. So Foley will have to come up big here.
This season, Natalie has scored a 9.9 on this event. Whip half, front full. Oh, didn't quite complete the full twist there. Bounced out.
So the troubles for Stanford here on what is normally a very good discipline for them continue. And we'll see what that cost Natalie Foley. We'll bring you up to date on her score when we come back. We come to the end of the 3rd rotation. We got a lot more to go. Don't go away. We're coming back to Harmon or to Hospital in Berkeley. We welcome you back. Here are the scores after 3 rotations, starting to take some form, although OSU and Arizona have 1 rotation fewer, as you can see, but UCLA in their customary position right now leading Washington in the midst of a pretty good performance so far. When we move to the 4th rotation, Arizona on vault, Oregon State will be on bars, UCLA will be on the beam, ASU on floor, and Stanford, Washington, and California will have buys. 4th of 7 rotations. And you're looking right now at Carrie Muth on floor exercise for Arizona State.
Carrie's a beautiful gymnast to watch. She has great dance on this event. She opens with a double pike for her first tumbling pass. Very nice landing. Comes right back with her second tumbling pass. Front handspring, front layout, front pike. She shows great flexibility. more tumbling pass to go. Very nice front full.
So Kari Muth, who is the leadoff here for Arizona State on Florex. And another look at her last pass.
Forming a front full. Very clean landing. Looks like she liked it too.
And the score for Kari is 9.575. But remember, because she's first up, they always have to leave a little bit of room. Very hard to score high when you're the first performer. We move now to the balance beam. UCLA normally very good on beam, and this is Jordan Schweikert.
So far, so good. Beautiful flight series we just saw. Back handspring layout. We've mentioned it before, but this is the make or break event for all teams. No one's excluded on that. Very nice side summy. The required full turn. Wolf jump, full twisting wolf jump, a little bit of a balance check. Dismounting off the side, gainer full. Very nice landing.
Stuck the landing pretty well, a couple of little wobbles. Let's take another look at the dismount.
A gainer full off the side. And again, fighting for every landing.
And the score for Jordan Schweikert, a 9.875. Very good score for her. Back to the floor exercise and Cassandra Giacino of Arizona State.
Very powerful tumbler, beautiful front full front layout. She did an outstanding first tumbling pass. Beautiful double front. This is ASU's best event. She gets ready for her last tumbling pass. Front full, front pike.
And the crowd here likes it very much, and hard to tell. If body language tells you anything, she didn't like it very much. Right now, let's take you to the vault. Katie Johnson of the University of Arizona. 9.875 a moment ago on Florex.
She's performing as Yurchenko full. Wow. Excellent job, and she definitely likes that.
Yeah, she did. A tick sideways, but won't cost her much. 9.875 the score for Katie Johnson. Back now to the beam, and UCLA's Tasha Schweikert, the other half of the Schweikert sisters, coming off a 10 on the bars a moment ago.
Beautiful punch front. Tasha makes this event look easy, and I'll tell you what, it's not as easy as it looks, especially in competition.
I believe that.
Back handspring layout. Showing great flexibility. Tasha has averaged above a 9.8 on this event. That tells you how consistent she is. She dismounts with a round-off double tuck.
About a half a step.
But she's fighting for it.
And a 9-9 is her score. And we will tell you a moment ago on Floor X, you saw Cassandra Giacchino. She did not appear to be very happy, and I suppose it's with good reason. She had a 9.35, not too good for the anchor in what is probably the best discipline for ASU right now. Chrissy Lehman on bars from Oregon State.
Very nice to Kachev, great height. They've had some outstanding bar routines. She gets ready for her dismount, looking for a clean landing, double tuck. Excellent job.
9.825 for Chrissy Lehman. Oregon State pretty consistent on bars, and they will probably score pretty well as a team. And finally, Kate Richardson back on beam for UCLA. A couple of years ago, won the national championship.
She's so fun to watch on this event. Beautiful leap series showing great flexibility. She's a unique tumbling series going forwards down the beam, front aerial, right into another front aerial. Beautiful. Dismounting off the side, looking for a stick. Oh.
Big hop.
Bit of a hop.
And that hop probably cost her a 10, as it is a 9.9 for Kate Richardson.
Here's her tumbling series again, front aerial. This is a blind landing. She cannot see the beam when her foot is hitting. Beautiful. Right into a back handspring swing down.
And 9.9, the final score on beam for Kate Richardson. Moment ago for UCLA, on beam, Kristen Maloney.
Every UCLA team member on this event is so solid. It's hard to say that anyone is more consistent than the other, but Kristen is, again, an anchor for this team for a reason. Nice gym acro right into her flight series, back handspring layout.
Saved it.
What makes you a good competitor on the beam is not necessarily being straight every time, but figuring out how to stay on when you're not straight. That's exactly what Kristen just did. Pike jump, full twisting swing down. Excellent job. Very difficult and daring.
Touch warm-up is now over. Judges are free to start the competition when the teams are ready.
Gainer full off the side.
Not bad.
Very nice.
And so the score for Kristen Maloney, 9.95. And a couple of notes while we go off to break. Arizona State had to use Giacchino's 9.35, so didn't score very well in Floor X. And Stanford's Stephanie Gentry done for the day with an ankle. We'll be back. Well, we've reached the end of 4 rotations, and still very hard to figure out who's doing what to whom, but UCLA in their customary position right now in first place. But remember, Oregon State, Arizona, Washington, Stanford, and even California have had 1 rotation fewer because of buys. Stanford on the vault this time, Washington on bars, Oregon State will be on beam, Cal will be on Floor X, and ASU, Arizona, UCLA will have a bye this time. So things will not really settle out until the final rotation. Here's Nikki Wells of California in floor exercise.
This is her first tumbling pass, double pike. Oh, over-rotated slightly, so she'll get a deduction for the steps as well as stepping out of bounds.
We talked earlier about California, how normally you would have 6 in a rotation. However, the Bears only have 5 competitors, and so they can't knock off any scores, and here it's even worse.
That's right. There's only 4 competitors able to compete on floor, which means not only can they knock their lowest score out, they'll actually be taking a 0. Has 1 tumbling pass to go. Performing a front handspring, front full. Very nice.
Nikki Wells of California.
Take another look at her last tumbling pass, front handspring, front full. Excellent job.
And for Nikki Wells of Cal, 9.275. Very tough event now for the Cal Bears because of all the injuries they have. A moment ago, Natalie Foley on vault from Stanford.
Natalie's a very strong vaulter. She'll be performing Yurchenko full. Her highest score is a 9.8 on this event. Very nice. Excellent job.
So Natalie Foley will like that. Kristen Smith, her coach.
Let's take another look. She has great height right off the horse. Beautiful twist in the air and an excellent landing.
And so the score for Natalie Foley, 9.825. Stanford, of course, has suffered, as we said earlier, because Stephanie Gentry, who is one of their premier performers, was hurt in her floor exercise routine. She will be unavailable for the rest of the competition here. Meanwhile, Kelly McDonald of Washington anchoring the parallel bars. Right before her, Carly Dockendorf incidentally fell. That's a 0.5 of a point deduction automatically, and so it really hurts Washington because they may have to take a lower score.
She's doing a great job so far. Beautiful release moves. Puts a little extra pressure on Kelly. And for a clean dismount, double front half, slide hop, and a very difficult dismount.
Oh, we'll get another look at it here.
She's actually releasing the bar in a forwards position. That's her Jaeger, also in a forwards position. She comes right back up with a giant half turn, right into a double front half. Very nice.
And Kelly McDonald, a 9.850 on the uneven bars. We will jump away. Our 5th rotation coming up on the other side of this, and it's still anybody's guess in the Pac-10 Conference Championships. We welcome you back. Barry Tompkins, Amanda Borden. UCLA with the lead, but look at Oregon State doing very well. They've had 2 good rotations in a row, Amanda.
They're doing an excellent job. 4/10 behind UCLA.
Arizona State will be on vault, Arizona on bars, Washington on beam, UCLA on floor, Cal, Stanford, and Oregon State this time will have a bye. This is our 6th rotation, and this will be Kate Richardson now live on floor exercise. You think UCLA's best discipline?
Exactly. Dow Condos Field is known for great choreography, and on top of that, they have unbelievable tumbling. Kate is very powerful, and we mentioned a little bit earlier, she has a great personality. In this event, it really comes out on. She loves to perform.
You know the other thing about her, she is tough. At the meet at Stanford on February 18th, in a warm-up before the first rotation, she tore the ulnar ligament of her thumb.
Wow.
Came back, performed in all 5 disciplines that were left to her, and won them all.
Wow. Beautiful tumbling so far. She's always known for some interesting moves on the floor. One coming up right here. Just an added creative choreography.
I think I saw that in a Disney movie.
One tumbling pass to go. She doesn't look tired at all. Ending with a double pike. Very nice.
Kate Richardson of UCLA. I don't think Val's going to like the way that music ended.
Yeah. I was waiting for it to come back on, actually.
And now look at Valerie Condos is going to say, wait a minute, something's wrong here.
Yeah, she's saying they stopped her music before she was done. Let's take another look at her last pass, though. It was very nice. Double pike, great height. Very nice landing.
And now Valerie Condos field. Valerie, as you talked about, she is a choreographer. That's her background, even more than as a gymnast. And it really shows in this particular discipline.
That's right. They're #1 on this event. People just wait to watch their floor routines. Very entertaining.
This conversation will be about the scoring, I'm sure. Let's not dock my competitor because you stopped the music.
That's right.
Married, of course, to Bob Field, was former defensive coordinator of the UCLA football team, still works in the athletic department at UCLA. So Val made her point clear, and I'm sure it won't affect the scoring of Kate Richardson. Meanwhile, a moment ago, Kari Muth of Arizona State on the ball.
Yurchenko layout. Small step on the landing. A little bit easier. Didn't twist the vault, but they're just looking for a clean vault. Looks like ASU is not feeling too good about their performances. I don't see very much excitement on their faces.
Kate Richardson a moment ago, 9.9, so she was not deducted for the fact that the music stopped. And now Jordan Schweikert.
Wow, full twisting double back. Excellent job. This is actually Tasha. They're so hard to tell apart.
Yeah, they really are, and they're not twins.
They look like twins, though. Beautiful whip, 1.5 layout front. Tasha's only a freshman, although she sat out for a year, training for the 2004 Olympics. Just barely missed it, too. She did an excellent job. Woo! It's a very creative move. Val's in the background actually doing the routine with Tasha.
Yeah.
Getting ready for a last tumbling pass. Double pike. Small hop on the landing, but that pass is very difficult. We've seen a lot of the athletes doing that for their first tumbling pass.
There she is, Tasha Schweikert of UCLA. Gonna like that, I think.
She scored 4 10s on this event this season. Let's take another look. Like I mentioned, a lot of the athletes are performing this for their first tumbling pass. Double pike. A little bit short, had to take a step forward. Very nice.
So we'll await the score of Tasha Schweikert, and we will pass it on to you. Meanwhile, on tape a moment ago, in the vault from ASU, Josie Hancock. 9.85, her best this year.
She's going to be performing Yurchenko full. Slightly off center there. Just one step, though. This is not ASU's best event, but they're doing a great job.
9.8 for Josie Hancock. You know, we were talking a little bit earlier as we see Hancock got a little sideways, didn't she?
That's right. You want to stay directly behind the vault. It is the deduction to step out to the side.
So a 9-8, the score for Josie Hancock. We were talking a little bit earlier about California and their sick and wounded. Look at this. I mean, that's like a ward.
I know when they were walking out to get started, 4 of them came out on crutches. We have 1 in an arm cast.
So it has been a tough end of season for the Cal Bears. And of course, this is their opportunity to host this event. We're looking down on Kristen Maloney. Nobody looks down on Kristen Maloney.
Beautiful whip double pike. She's another great performer. I think Val really brings out the individual choreography of every athlete so that they get out on the floor and they just perform those routines.
Score for Tasha Schweikert, incidentally, 9-9. So UCLA finishing very well here in Florex.
A lot of the other events are finished, so all eyes are on Kristen right now. The crowd, the other judges, quite a few of the other athletes as well. One more tumbling pass to go. Ending with a triple twist. Wow.
Big time. This will score big. Excellent.
Wow.
This is the crowd here at Haas Pavilion. And I'm talking about supporters from every school here applauding Kristen Maloney with good reason. Maybe the top score of the night.
The crowd went to 10. She's coming back out.
I didn't like that curtain call.
Beautiful floor routine.
And we'll take another look at it while we wait for the score.
Her last tumbling pass, triple full. That's a pass that you'd see at the Olympic level. That's outstanding. And it not only was it done perfect.
Yeah, she just nailed it. And so the crowd will probably tell you the reaction before we do. And the crowd cheering, and I haven't yet seen the score, but I'm guessing, well, it's a 9-9-5. So not quite the 10 that we thought she might have gotten. That's what the crowd wanted, and I think they probably had a pretty good argument. But 9-9-5, I'm sure she'll take it. Thank you very much. So UCLA finishes 9-9-9-9-9-9-5 with their last 3 on floor exercise. So they should clearly maintain possession of first place. And we go back to the vault and April Boone of ASU. Here's April. This is on tape a moment ago.
Another Yurchenko full. Small step on the landing.
9.825 for April Boone. So we will have 1 rotation remaining, and UCLA off its Florex should be in a commanding position. We welcome you back. Barry Tompkins, Amanda Borden after 6 rotations, 1 rotation remaining. UCLA comfortably in front, I think it's fair to say. Oregon State, remember, is a rotation behind, but not quite sure that they could get to the lofty heights that UCLA has set. Nonetheless, good competition for them. Bruins, Arizona State, and Washington all with a bye. Chrissy Lehman from Oregon State now. She had a 10 in this event when it was held at UCLA a couple of years ago.
Showing great flexibility. This season, her highest score was a 9.8. First tumbling pass, double pike. Very nice. She has outstanding flexibility. Showing it off in her leaps and turns. Comes her second tumbling pass. Front handspring, front layout, front full. a very clean routine so far. Very little deduction on her tumbling landings. She goes into her last tumbling pass. Front layout, front pike. Very nice. She just might beat her highest score of the season, which was a 9.8.
Pretty good. She loves it. Her teammates love it. Oregon State fans in the crowd here love it.
They have had an outstanding meet today.
Now we'll see if the judges love it.
That's the key.
Another look, Chrissy Lehman, last tumbling run.
Front handspring, front layout, front pike. And again, very clean landing. And a big smile on her face.
Well, playing to the house. I've been that flexible since I was about 4 months old. And the score for Chrissy Lehman, 9.85. So her best of the year coming in the Pac-10 championships. This is Heather Justice live on floor exercise.
This is a great event for Heather. Getting ready for her first tumbling pass. Double tuck. Wow, very nice height there. To her leap series, cat double, cat double. Each gymnast required to show a leap series or a gym acro series, as well as the tumbling passes and turns. Second tumbling pass. Whip half, front full. These routines are only about a minute and a half, but I'll tell you what, by this last pass, your muscles are shaking, your heart's beating, trying to catch your breath.
Little moment in the corner, and then you gotta gear it up again. Did it pretty well.
Nice.
Heather Justice of Oregon State. And you said it earlier, man, it's been a terrific meet so far for Oregon State.
Let's take another look at her last tumbling pass. Front handspring, front full twist, right to a punch front. Very nice.
And we'll await the score for Heather Justice. And it's a 9-9 for Heather Justice. So Oregon State continuing very consistent. Meanwhile, for Stanford, Natalie Foley on bars. All-American in 3 events, plus the all-around.
She's the full twisting to Tkachev right here. Excellent job. Very aggressive competitor on this event as she prepares for a dismount. Double layout. Tiny hop on the landing, but overall a great routine for Natalie.
So Stanford also, we talked earlier about how California's banged up. The same could be said for the Stanford Cardinal women, and suffered another injury today when Stephanie Gentry went down in floor exercise. Teresa Vidian of Oregon State now in floor exercise.
Getting ready for her second tumbling pass. Round up whip half, front full. One tumbling pass to go. Ending with a front layout, trying to stay in bounds there.
Just managed to do it. Therese Fidian. Well, Oregon State has to be very pleased with what they've accomplished here today. I think they will have done enough to finish in second place behind mighty UCLA.
They've really had a great competition so far. Let's take another look at her last tumbling pass. Front layout. And again, fighting to stay in bounds there. It is a 10th if they step on that white line. What's really saved Oregon is they just rocked their balance beam routines. They really had a strong event over there.
And you always talked about what a difference maker that particular event is.
It definitely makes or breaks whether a team's finishing first or sixth, and in this case, hopefully second for Oregon State.
And the score now for Therese Fidian as we await. The crowd has seen it, but they've not turned it toward us yet. Meanwhile, take you over to the bars, Tabitha Yim of Stanford.
Individual champions. Results will be announced in just a few minutes.
She's ranked 6th on this event. Beautiful lines, gorgeous handstand.
And when all of the gymnasts please assemble.
Getting ready for her release move. Ginger, beautiful form. She's a pretty simple dismount for her. Double tuck. Beautiful.
Well done for Tabitha Yim. Kristen Smith right there to congratulate her. Here's a replay.
Here's the dismount, double tuck. Not a very difficult dismount, but that's what counts, the landing.
And we will tell you that Therese Fidian 9.775 in the final floor exercise for Oregon State. And for Yim, a 9.9. So it was everything you said. But it appears to be pretty much of a lock for the UCLA Bruins. They've already won it 11 times, looking for Pac-10 Conference Championship number 12. And I think it's safe to say that they got it. We'll tally the numbers, and we'll come back. Pontiac, official performance machine of the NCAA and the Pac-10 Conference, is a proud sponsor of today's Pacific 10 Conference Gymnastics Championship. See the first G6 at your Pontiac dealer today. Here are the final team scores, and Arizona, off its last event, has come up into second place, passing Oregon State. Stanford finishes 4th, Washington back in 5th place, and ASU and California rounded out. But UCLA, once again, the champions. Tied for the all-around competition first place is Kristen Maloney of UCLA, and her teammate, Tasha Schweikert. My partner, Amanda Borden, right now is with Tasha Schweikert. Amanda?
Thanks, Barry. I'm here with Tasha, who tied with Kristen Maloney for the all-around. You went straight from an Olympic year right into your first season of college gymnastics. What did it feel like to be here at the Pac-10?
Oh, this was amazing. There was so much energy here, so much going on. 7 teams here. The crowd was getting all excited into it. I had a lot of fun.
Well, you did an awesome job. NCAA's is coming up. How do you feel about this team, and are you excited to head to Auburn University?
I think our team has potential to do amazing at NCAA's. We had a couple hard meets at the beginning of the season. We've been working really hard and getting really strong and becoming more confident and more consistent in our routines. So I think great things are going to happen in NCAA's for UCLA.
What was it like for you individually to come out in your first Pac-10 competition and win the all-around?
It was kind of weird. I didn't know what really to expect. My thought process was the same thing as always. Go up there, do your routine, do your job, and the rest should take care of itself.
What is it like to be on a team with Kristen Maloney as well as your sister and so many other outstanding athletes?
Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. I didn't really think back when I was 15. 5 years later, I'd be on the same team again with Kristen Maloney, and then my sister coming with me to UCLA is just pretty much a dream come true. I don't think I could ever see her anywhere else.
Well, congratulations and good luck at NCAA's. Back over to you, Barry.
All right, thanks very much, Amanda. Well, I'm with the winning coach here, UCLA's Valerie Condos Field. And Valerie, this is, they used to talk about John Wooden's teams as being a dynasty, but all of a sudden your teams are coming pretty darn close to that.
I don't like to hear that D word at all. The dynasty thing kind of scares me, but to be even mentioned in the same sentence with him is a bit overwhelming.
Well, your team has been so consistent. I know what a great fan you are of John Wooden's, but consistency really has been the hallmark of your UCLA teams.
It is, and you know, we are rebuilding, which is really nice to be able to see them come out and be consistent. We're still making little mistakes here and there, but we're getting better, consistently better.
And it is all about team efforts, and in a team effort like you had here today, it's difficult to point to any one performance and say, well, maybe this was the one that made the difference, but there is one that really kind of stuck out for us, and I think for you a little bit too. Kristen Maloney on floor exercise. She's been so great for you for so long and came up big today.
Well, Kristen is a true legend in the nationally, internationally, in the club scene, and collegiately, and it's so exciting, I think, for the sport of gymnastics to be able to see her finish not just her 4th year, but a 5th year and compete this well and just come out and shine. She's at the best she's ever been.
And this is right in your wheelhouse, too. You're a choreographer, really by trade, even more than a coach, although you've become both of those things, too. And her choreography, of course, really shows you.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
And, of course, that can be said of your whole team as well. Well, this is only a stepping stone. You win the Pac-10 Conference Championship. Still a lot more ahead for this team.
A lot more ahead. We gotta build from this and take it to regionals and hopefully contend again for national championship.
All right, Val, thanks much for spending the time with us, and continued success.
Thank you.
That's Valerie Condos Field, and her team is a winner once again. Well, okay, they didn't win the Pac-10s last year, but they won everything else, and they're on the road to doing the same thing this time around. Well, they win the Pac-10 Conference Championships. That accomplishes one thing they weren't able to do last year when Stanford won it, but today it was all UCLA. That's a wrap for us. For my partner, Amanda Borden, I'm Barry Tompkins. So long, everybody.